Hello again, friends and loyal Wolfpack members. Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous Horizons. Now we are here in the Lagoon Nebula. Basically, this is the second waypoint in the Distant Worlds expedition. And we've met up with a bunch of other commanders. And what we're doing is we're pretty much just waiting on a very special guest to come and turn up. Who is it? Let's go and find out. But yes, as I said, guys, we've come and met up with Commander Pompey III, otherwise known as Obsidian Ant. So hello, Obsidian Ant, how are you doing?
Hello there, I'm doing really well, thank you. Out here on the Distant Worlds expedition. So I think currently on the way to waypoint 3 in the next nebula along. Just slightly outside the Lagoon Nebula now.
Yeah, is that the NGC Nebula? Sorry?
I think it is.
But yeah, so we've just both left the Lagoon Nebula. In fact, apparently I logged off a little while before you logged on.
Yeah, there's a couple of other people in the same instance, and I arrived literally as you went off, and they were, oh, Chaos Wolf was here a moment ago. So we literally just missed each other.
Yeah, which I thought was rather amusing, because the first time we actually met in-game was when you were streaming your exploration trip going to Saitek, I believe it was? Oh no, you were going beyond the core, actually. You were going to Saitek and then beyond.
It was actually around about this same area, wasn't it? And I think I was just approaching Thor's Eye or going into the Lagoon Nebula.
Yeah, I just hopped over to your stream and said, oh, because you were looking for an ice ring, I believe it was, where you could see the nebula very clearly.
Yes.
And there happened to be one in the system I was in, so I just wanted to let you know, so like, oh, I'm over here, there's one here.
Yes, I remember that, yeah. Yep.
I remember trying to send you a wing invite, and you were like, no, you common filth.
Yeah, as it happens, I'm still out on the same character. I haven't been back yet. It's still out there, it's about 20,000 light years away from the current location, so heading back, but probably be a little while longer yet, but getting there.
Yeah, because that was nearly a year ago.
Yeah, that went out last April, so...
Aye, bloody hell.
Yeah, I don't know how much the exploration data for that will go for, but I tend not to do a whole lot of scanning. I just mostly come into systems and do a quick blast, and if there's anything I want to look at, I'll look, otherwise I'll fly onwards. I don't even always scan stars, so...
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that myself at the moment. The first time I went out, I scanned everything. But then, when I started going out towards my Saitek trip, or Sagittarius A for those who don't quite know what I'm talking about, to start off with, I was going out on the Diamondback Explorer, and I was scanning all the main stars, or anything else that was blue, pretty much, so like water worlds and so on. But after my ship exploded, funnily enough, you exploded about a week after me, didn't you?
That was right, at the same sort of time, yeah.
I saw you on the stream and detonated, and I felt for you so badly.
Yeah, that was one of the few streams I actually did do, because I only did a couple back then, and just happened to be that I was just literally went live on that stream, and I thought, oh, I'll show people around this black hole here.
I remember.
Yeah.
It wasn't a ghost input.
Yeah, ghost inputs. There was a bug at the time where when my mic was plugged in, it was causing ghost inputs from the HOTAS, so my ship went into silent running and then activated the system map or the galaxy map, so I didn't realise that had happened. And by the time I come back to the main screen, I was sort of just about to explode. So
literally, Obsidian Ant and I have moved roughly 200 light years outside of the Lagoon Nebula. I was actually in my en route to go and drop down to the Neutron Road, but decided to change course, and we're actually going to go and head over towards the Omega Nebula. But first of all, there is something that really nice that we've spotted in this system that we're currently in. There we go. We've found what looks to be, and it even sounds to be, basically a water world. So we're going to go and have a look at that and a couple of the other high metal content worlds around, because there's a nice chance that they may be terraformable. And if they are, they're going to be basically paying out a nice little pretty penny. So that's what we're going to go and do. So, accidentally targeting different things on Obsidian Ant's ship.
That's right, as long as we don't bash into each other.
Yeah, my ship's kind of a little bit unwieldy because I've only got like 5D thrusters on it.
Oh, I see.
She's supposed to have like, I think it's like class 8 or class 7 thrusters.
Yeah.
She can have up to. But obviously you're just way faster than me.
I am nipping by you there. Moving, turning around like
you
a
up
tank. There you are. Off you go. Right, I'm just going into Super Cruise as well, so I'll be right along. As you mentioned there, a couple of those high metal content worlds look like they might well be in the habitable zone of that particular star. So
yeah, they do look. It does look like it's actually got that star might have a slightly larger Goldilocks zone than other stars, because it just looked. I don't know what it is. They just got a certain hue to them, which I've kind of associated with being terraformable.
yeah.
Whether they end up being or not is another issue.
But just the more you explore, you just tend to pick up on those things, don't you? It's sort of become second nature that you can recognise what might not be something worthwhile to have a look at.
Aye, no, there were when I first went out exploring, I often passed over. I imagine I passed over at least 50 water worlds, because they were the brown ones, the carbon dioxide water worlds that I didn't realise.
Yeah, I've probably done the same back then. I didn't even actually start looking at ammonia worlds until quite a long time into the original exploration.
I didn't
trip.
even know what they were.
Yeah, that dirty old brown planet, not taking any notice of that. Turned out they had some of the most valuable ones.
Aye, but earlier on you were mentioning that you don't really do much scanning even anymore. You're just really out for the how things look.
Yeah,
now, aren't you?
I like to do all the sightseeing. I don't know if I'll get elite on this particular trip. Like we mentioned earlier, I've been out a long time, but
Yes.
I did explode during that trip, and because it was down to a bug, Frontier were kind enough to put me back at the location. I exploded at, but I did lose all that discovery data. They couldn't give that back.
Yes.
But
no, but they did compensate you for it.
they did give
the
me a
same
cash
to me.
value. Yeah, I think it was about close to 40 million credits. They weren't too bad at that point.
Yeah, because I'd exploded about a week prior, I think, and they gave me back 31 million.
Yeah, so it's a similar sort of amount.
Yes, I was upset about that as well, because I even lost Planet Bob
Yeah,
at that
that's
point.
the ringed water world you'd found, isn't it? No, the ringed earth light.
It was a ringed Earth-like.
Something I still haven't found.
No, I can tell you where Bob is. I've got him saved.
Maybe I'll have a look on the way back. I believe it was this side of the galactic core, if I remember correctly, wasn't it?
He was over on the right-hand side.
On the bottom Sol side, yeah? Earth side, not beyond.
He was a little bit. Yeah, he was this side. This side. Yeah,
right.
he was about 8. If I remember rightly, he's about 8,000 light years out from Sol.
Yeah. Maybe I'll have a look on the way back.
So he's not that far out. Aye. Now I've probably been showing pictures up on the video of all these things we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Because at the moment we're just rushing towards this potential water world. Well, it is a water world. I heard it on the galaxy map.
Certainly
Galaxy
looks
map,
like
system map. Yeah, I'm constantly getting things confused, but yes. Now at the moment I'm hoping that this trip's going to be my elite in exploration, because I'm now on 3% Pioneer.
Oh, okay.
I literally tripped over Pioneer when I had to go back from about 6,000 light years out when I face planted a planet.
Oh, right. In your Anaconda, yeah?
Yes, yes. I've learned that 1.3 G worlds are kind of a little bit too much gravity for this old girl.
Yeah. Especially with the 5D engines you were mentioning a moment ago.
Yes. I'm pretty sure they're 5D engines. Let me just go and check, actually. Modules, thrusters, yes, 5D. I can fit up to, I think it's 7A, I think.
That's the thing now with planetary landing, it's kind of changed the builds we would once have used for exploration. I was always used to travelling very light on shields, but now I was kind of weighing up, do I want to take a large hangar bay so I can take plenty of SRVs with me, or should I take a heavy duty shield? And I went with a light shield in the end, but put a couple of shield boosters on just to give me a little bit of extra protection, because I do tend to hit the ground quite often, especially when I'm landing.
Because there are a lot more things now. There are a lot more things to bring into consideration, really. I mean, before you just went for the absolute raw jump range.
That's right, yeah. And you knew you was pretty much safe unless you did something silly like not paying attention when you come out of warp or getting too close to something dangerous. You was pretty much safe out here.
Right, I've got this one scanned now. Let's have a look at it. But yes, no, beforehand, let's have a look. Yes, it is terraformable as well. I was correct.
Oh, nice find then.
Yep, that is awesome. So we're going to have a look at some of these other ones, because I'm guessing that at least 2 more of these will be habitable. I'm guessing they're going to be the ones further away from the star as well, so the 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, the first one there didn't look anything too valuable,
No.
did it? Although it could be. How far away is that one? It's probably right around the other side of the star, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it
Let's
might
have a
get
look.
luck and it'd be right nearby there on that close orbit line there, but...
It's a little shy of 300 light seconds out.
Okay, well, you choose which direction you want to head in and we'll go have a look.
I'm going to go and have a look out, actually, and I've brought up the galaxy map there instead of the system map. I'm getting used to the fact that I've bound both of these to keys now.
Keys on the keyboard?
Yes.
On your HOTAS, not buttons on your HOTAS.
No, no. I wouldn't waste space on the HOTAS with map keys.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got everything I need on my HOTAS, apart from basically selecting the next jump in the queue, so the next system in the route, and toggling on and off the system lines, and both the maps. That's about it. Everything else is on my HOTAS. I don't need anything else.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Not bad. I've actually got the X55, so I've got a few more switches on here, so...
I was about to mention that myself. I'm about to say that you've probably got absolutely everything on your HOTAS, and you don't even need to have a keyboard.
The only thing I haven't bound to the HOTAS yet is the orbit lines, but I've got room to do that, so probably will eventually. A lot of that is because when playing on the Oculus Rift, you're blind to the keyboard. And although I can touch type, it's a lot easier when it's on.
Yeah,
Yes,
I tried learning that. I just couldn't get the hang of it.
Touch typing. Yeah, I was used to working in an office, so...
Yeah, I used to work in an office, but mine was a sales office.
All right, yeah.
Let's have a look at this one. Is this one terraformable as well? Yes, it is. Now, what I usually do here is if I find one terraformable world, I'll scan a couple of worlds both ways. The second I stop finding a world that is non-terraformable, I'll stop scanning the rest of the system and then just fly out.
Yeah, because it's not like there's going to be any beyond that, so...
No. The only exception to that is possibly ammonia worlds, really.
Yes.
Because ammonia worlds seem to need a lot lower, not as much warmth in order to be habitable by ammonia-based life.
Yeah.
So that's strange. Yeah, I'm just going to go have a look at this next one, see if that's terraformable as well. And as soon as we stop finding terraformable ones, we can just jump out to... Yeah, we'll just move out.
Okay.
Because at the moment, all I'm doing is just jumping from system to system. I don't scan the stars unless they're either white or blue stars.
Yeah, it's all added time, isn't it? I actually thought about that on early days of my previous trip. They're thinking I've got probably thousands of jumps here. And if I scan every star, that's 30 seconds. And 30 seconds multiplied by thousands of jumps, that's a lot of time just to be sitting staring at stars that probably aren't that valuable.
I know. I kind of mitigate that a little bit when I am specifically scanning the star. I'll actually move forward into the corona and actually fuel scoop whilst I'm scanning.
Yeah. Depends how fast your fuel scoop is again as well, though.
Yeah, well, I've kind of got a monster fuel scoop on this thing. It's been likened to Starkiller Base levels of fuel scooping.
Drain the star. We're about to find you anywhere in the galaxy. Just follow the trail of dead stars.
Follow the trail of dead stars, yeah. That was terraformable as well, so let's check the next one. I don't imagine the next one will be terraformable, but it is possible.
Yeah, you never know.
It is only 108 light seconds out, so it is actually very possible that this one is still in the Goldilocks zone.
I'm just swinging by this previous one, getting a slightly closer look at it while we're here. Because the good thing is, when you're in a wing, the discovery data's scanned, isn't it? It's shared, more like. So as you sort of scan it, I'm automatically getting it here. So.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to let you get the close-ups, because I've been forgetting to do that a lot recently. Because I've been more focused on actually getting the scan data and making good time, that I forget about actually taking the time to look at the things.
Yeah, don't always do it now, because once you've seen one metal planet, you've almost seen them all, but sometimes you find some that look slightly different.
I usually do it with all the Earth-likes I find. Cause I went through a phase of naming them, which is how we ended up with Planet Bob as well.
Yes.
No, that one's not terraformable, so let's just move on.
You know, one other thing that's quite nice as you move out this far away from human space is that the galactic core starts looking quite a lot different, doesn't it?
It does, yes. I mean, I'm not looking at it at present, so I'd say I'll turn my ship around, but it's going to take like about half an hour to do so.
Yeah.
It's a very big, ponderous ship.
It's not a static image there, is it? The galactic core. It's actually what the core looks like according to our position. So as you travel above and below it, it all starts looking quite different. So it probably looks a bit different to what people are used to seeing back home, as it were.
Yeah, no, it's...
And you can see a bunch of nebula here as well, can't you, there in the distance? I can see about 4 or 5, I think. Maybe 6. There's quite a lot of them, isn't there?
I can see 4 nebulae from the way I'm looking at the moment.
Yeah, a few
just on the same screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we can see the NGC nebula from here. So do you want to go and target the next system?
I do. Okay, let's we'll head in the general direction of waypoint 3 for this expedition. So it's still quite a long way out, but we can do that. So let me just plot a route toward that nebula. And your jump range is way beyond mine, isn't it? So if I do the jumps first, I initiate the jumps, you'll follow along. Okay, so the next jump is 26 light years, and I'm just engaging.
Alrighty, well, I am going to engage my navlock to you so we can get going.
Okay.
I mean, my jump range is like 36.5 light years, so I think I'm fine.
Oh, you will be fine, yeah. There's been quite a few people heading along on the expedition, actually, and ships with very small jump drives. I don't know if you've noticed any of that on some of the...
I have. I saw a Python out there, and I was rather surprised.
Yeah, there's people coming along with the Federal Corvette as well. I believe they got, what, 12 light year jump range, have they, or something? Federal
Something
Corvette?
like that.
I'm not exactly sure on the specifics, but...
If you want to hear something funny, one of my Wolfpack members, he actually flew to Sajay in a Type 9.
Oh, blimey now. Oh, good on him, though. Good on him. I actually quite like the Type 9.
I see your wing signal at the moment for some reason. I don't see you, though.
Just make sure. Oh. I've just dropped out into Super Cruise. Or out of Super Cruise into regular space. So have you just arrived in the system?
Yeah, I just dropped in, but I see your wing signal still. And I've basically come afoul of one of the bugs.
Yeah, that's what I was just mentioning, that slightly as we met up earlier on in the day, weren't we, that there seems to be a bit of a bug where when you're in a wing it keeps kicking you out of Super Cruise into regular space.
It does, yeah. No, for some reason, when you get within range of... There we go, now I see you.
What's in this system anyway? Let's have a look at the...
That's the thought. I haven't actually sent out a ping yet.
It's mostly ice worlds by the looks of it.
Yeah, it does look like it. It's potentially a rocky world, but the vast majority of these are all icy.
Okay. Want to move on then?
Yes, I'm happy to move on.
Right, and I've made it to this system. I don't know if your jump drive's activating or not.
Yes, I'm in the middle of this, in the middle of the two systems at the moment. I'm about to drop in now. There we go. There I am.
See you.
So I'll throw out a pulse. We'll see if... Actually, I didn't really need to. There we go.
Got it, haven't you?
7 new objects. Yeah. Let's have a look at what we've got. Again, it's all just ice worlds.
Let's keep going.
They've got atmospheres on them, though. But that's about it.
Yeah, kind of looking forward to when we can be able to go down on a planet with an atmosphere. Flying through clouds and whatnot should...
I'm just looking for... One of the things I'm really looking forward to seeing is rain.
Yeah.
Falling down on the cockpit, on the ship's canopy.
That'd be just great, wouldn't it? And of course, the rain might not all necessarily be water. It could be acid, it could be ammonia, it could be anything, couldn't it?
Yeah, I was about to say it could be CO2, but that's not actually possible because CO2 does not, never exists in a liquid state.
Right. So there won't be no CO2 on the canopy then?
No. It is possible because they found out that I think it's Mars. I think that in the Martian polar caps there is a lot of frozen CO2 there.
Right.
And we got a G-class star by the look of it.
Fuel scooping.
There's a good potential for some habitable worlds here.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at what we got. Well, apparently, on Mars, there's a lot of frozen CO2. It will literally just go straight into a gas form and fall down back to
Fuel scoop disengaged.
back to the Earth again, back to the planet again.
I see.
And it looks here like we might have a terraformable high metal content world. I'm just gonna go have a quick look at it. It's only 220 light seconds out, so I'm gonna go have a look at that.
One of the some of the planets here on the system map, they look really interesting in terms of the colours, and occasionally you get up to them and they're not quite what you'd be expecting from the first glance on the system map. For example, the first planet here has a sort of purplish grey colour to it, doesn't it?
I'll have a quick look in a second, since I'm guaranteed I'm slowing down. Yeah, I am. Okay, because I am scanning this planet. Yeah.
And then sometimes you get up to
well-
it and find it's white or something completely different.
Yeah, no, I see that one. Because I've seen ones that look really interesting colours, and when I get there, they're just not what I think. I just look at the system map and go, "You liar!"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You tricked me again. It's like sometimes you find those systems, don't you, with all the pink planets?
And you get there and they're not pink.
No, they're not pink, no. Occasionally, but very rarely.
Right, let's see. Is this one terraformable? No, it's not. So it's very unlikely that we're going to find anything else terraformable here then. Alrighty. So let's move on, shall we?
Okay, just having a quick look at this planet here and move
Righty.
onwards. And these yellow rocky planets.
I found a really nice ice world the other day. Or it might have even been a high metal content. I can't remember. All I remember is the main surface was white. But there were lots of canyons, and the canyons were like a yellowy green colour.
That's really interesting, yeah. I haven't seen one quite like that. I've seen ones with sort of deep blues and purples in the canyons, but not any greens yet.
Yeah, it was more yellow than anything else. But it was like yellow with a tinge of green.
I see, yeah.
So it was very interesting to see. I think I might have it on one of my videos. I'm not sure. I can't remember if it was a Zero to Hero episode or possibly one of my Exploring Horizons videos. I'm not sure.
No, I see. Yeah, apparently you come across these planets as well when you're down on the surface, where either the canyons or the craters, and sometimes both, have these pockets of mist in, don't they? And every so often you get coloured mist, and I've found ones that have got a green mist in, and I've heard people talk about ones with really deep blue mist, and I haven't seen that myself yet, but that sounds quite
No, I haven't
quite
seen
interesting. I've just got caught in the gravity well of this planet, and the next jump is on the opposite side of it, so it's taking me a bit of time to swing round.
that. Yeah, I see you there. I see your star trail almost, your pixie trail.
Going around the planet there.
I see it. You'll be coming round the planet when you come.
Eventually.
I've got to stop doing that. The last episode of Planet Base, I was singing "Everything is Awesome," so I've got to stop doing that.
Yeah. You'll be getting copyright flags.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me. I've been using a lot of Commander Human's music in some of my Zero to Hero episodes, and I keep getting copyright flags for those.
Right, yeah.
Even though they're not the actual work, the music that they think it is. So that's hilarious.
Annoying, isn't it? Right, I think I'm nearly round.
Aye, aye. So we'll move on. There you go. Let's actually go and target you. There you are. Just got to find out which way I'm supposed to be looking. Because basically, as soon as you jump and as soon as I have your high wake targeted, I can pretty much jump to the same system you jumped
Yeah,
to.
I'm not sure within a
There you
certain
go.
range, but you going?
Yeah, I'm going. I don't need to even be in the range. As long as I've got your high wake targeted and I hit my jump drive, it'll automatically target me to your
Nice.
system.
Good.
There was a trick the Hutton truckers were trying to teach me, which was a way of targeting one of your wingmates so that you can actually target them and target them again and get their system
All right.
that they're going to. But I couldn't quite work it out. And so I'm just doing this. It's a little bit slow, but it works. And here in this system, we've only got a few things around the third star. And there's only 2 planets which look even vaguely interesting, and those are the ones that are orbiting one another. They're in tidal lock with each other.
Oh yeah, right over the other side there. Sometimes they can be quite interesting if they're very close together, but they're about 0.2 light seconds away from each other, so close enough that you'd be able to see them both, but it'll depend on the size of them. About quarter of a light second away from each
Yeah,
other, so.
they are both. They're both 0.05-ish
Yeah.
of an Earth mass, so they're not very big at all.
No, so they won't be that big from the point of view of each planet. Sometimes that's nice to have a look at. So up to you. You can head over that way, or we make a jump.
I'm fine. I think we better jump because if they're not, with them being that small, and if they're not terraformable, then it's just a lot of wasted effort.
Yeah, it's quite a long way over that way, isn't it?
Detected.
It is. I mean, the water worlds are always worth it because they are.
Yeah, money in your pocket.
Yeah, they're worth a lot of money to the cartographics.
Yeah, that goes towards your next rank, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, like I said before, I literally just tripped over the Pioneer rank after I went and sold like 10 million credits worth of data. Just now after I face planted the planet and had to go back at half hull.
Lucky you was able to go back, I guess. You could have been one of those wrecked anacondas that we all come and visit.
It's like, here lies Chaos
Sure,
Wolf. We knew him
is
well.
around here somewhere. No, not on that escaped crow pod there.
I'm so glad that we don't have to rely on other players to come and pick us up from our detonated ships.
Depends where they take you, doesn't it? They'll sell you into slavery or take you to where you want to go.
No, in my wolf pack, I'd end up in slavery. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
At least knowing a couple of the members, they definitely sell me into slavery. Oh, there's a world here that looks like a high metal content, but it's only 21 light seconds away from the star.
I see that one.
So that's very unlikely to be terraformable, but it really depends on the star class.
It does, yeah. And the size and mass of this star, I haven't actually looked at that, so you can have a look at this one. Don't have to get too much closer to scan it anyway, so.
No, it's 21 light seconds away, so we don't even need. It's 1.3 Earth masses, so it's larger than Earth. So I'm just really curious as to whether or not this ends up being... It's not terraformable, no, but it is kind of interesting. It's got silicate magma on there as well.
And a sulfur dioxide atmosphere.
So no wonder we can't go and land on it.
No, right, you're going down there.
I mean, no wonder it's not terraformable even.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was the only thing that looked interesting in this system. So let's go and head on out.
Okay, let's jump again then.
But I am really looking forward to later in the Horizon season when we get the volcanism.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm curious as whether that means we'll actually get lava flows on the planet as well. Obviously there's going to be active volcanoes there, but will we get rivers of lava and things like that?
I hope so.
Yeah, I really hope so.
do.
It'd be nice to see lava flying down some mountainsides, wouldn't it? Or some lava lakes. Not so sure your SRV will like it that much if you get to...
No, not so much. I imagine they will be there, but they're not going to be the norm. If I was a betting man, I'd say they're going to be fairly rare.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting that. The old lava ones you see are quite rare as it is, aren't they? Don't come across them that often.
No, I love those magma worlds. They look absolutely
They do
amazing.
look
The
good,
pure
don't they?
black ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pure black ones with the lava fields. That would be amazing to go and see.
That's exactly what I would like to see. Yeah.
So I did find one. Not that... well, basically on my second... No, it was my first trip out, actually. The trip where we met. In another nebula. I managed to find one of those magma worlds, the black one with the pools of lava, with a high metal ring around it.
Yeah, they look great when you find them like that, don't they?
Yes, they do. It looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
That screenshot was my desktop for a long time.
Yeah, totally not surprised with that. They're very, very nice looking.
Yeah, this system seems pretty much dead.
Yeah, okay.
It looks like nothing but ice worlds.
I'm jumping on wood then.
Aye, aye. The NGC nebula seems to be getting a fair bit closer.
We're getting there.
Is it the NGC nebula we're heading towards, or is it the Amiga? It's the NGC for the next, isn't it?
Yes, the Amiga
It is,
Nebula.
Yes. Oh, right, okay.
Amiga Nebula for
Frameshift
waypoint 3 and then waypoint 4 for the Eagle Nebula. Those are the waypoints for the Distant Worlds expedition, but I'm not sure personally how far I'll be able to go along on it. And I'd like to go all the way, but it's having the ability to keep up with everyone.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting to Eagle. I'm going to be getting Eagle. I'm going to be getting to. It's you saying Eagle Nebula. I'm going to be going to Beagle Point myself, but I'm going to be going there in my own time.
Yeah, and in your own directions.
Because I'm going to be following the Neutron Road because I want to. Like I said, I want to get to Elite on this, and I need to get 100 million in scan data in this trip. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Hopefully I don't explode this time.
Hope not. Make sure you get it on video if you do.
Hit my key to do it. Oh, I've already scanned this one. Oh, well, you've scanned it.
I've just scanned it. Literally only just scanned it. That keeps throwing me as well. I keep coming to look at these planets and I think, well, have I scanned this already? I think, oh no, it's Chaos Wolf doing that.
Aye, let's have a look in the system map. I don't believe this was going to be terraformable. It's way too close to the star. Oh, it is.
Oh, is
Holy,
it?
Yeah, it's 53. It's like 53 light seconds away from the star, and it is terraformable. That's insane.
Yeah.
I really did not call that.
The view from some of these planets as well, when they're that close to their local star, you can imagine later on if that was ever terraformed, people living on there, they'd have this massive star hanging over their heads.
Yeah, they would. It's going to be a very hot place to live as well. But we're going to have to see if we can find one of those for the Pioneer scheme. See if we can find an Earth-like. Because I still think we're still within the.
Yeah, just about. I think they're on about 2,500 to 5,000 light years. They're looking for,
Yeah.
So we're just about inside that, I think, but starting to come outside of it.
Yeah. Because the Lagoon Nebula is about 4,000 to 5,000 light years out, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're probably getting on the outskirts of that now, but.
So yeah, I have come across like one or two Earth-likes, but they've all been scanned previously, so I've not even attempted to put those up. Because
I think it's actually okay to do that, if they've already been scanned. But if you want something that's yours, it'd be that much nicer, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think I've got my name on about between 10 and 15 Earth-likes at the moment.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I'm quite
surprised
happy with
they're rare
that.
to find, aren't they?
They are, very. I'm just surprised that, because I remember once I was replying to a comment on one of my videos, which was, oh, can you name the next Earth-like after me, please? Or something. It's like, yeah, sure, I can. Or, I can't remember how it went. And it's like, yeah, I'll do that, but I can't guarantee when I'll find one because they're so random. I jumped into the next system and there was one.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's brilliant. Now you need to talk about winning the lottery like that or something. Can't guarantee you when I'm going to win the lottery, but...
I know, I've got to start doing that, but now I've talked about this, it's not going to happen. I know my luck.
Damn it.
But anyway, there's nothing else in this system that I'm particularly interested in if you want to make a
No,
move.
we can carry on then. There's a nice little brown planet over the other side that's sort of landable, but it's not valuable by any means, so we'll keep on going.
Yeah, we'll have to find a planet that we can land on. If we come across one with a ring, that would be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, they're nice to see. The landing point, the waypoint for the second waypoint we was at earlier, that was a lovely setting, wasn't it? With the big gas giant right nearby and the rings.
Yes, I had some footage of that, which I use as the intro to this video.
Yeah, that looked pretty nice there.
Frameshift drive charging.
It was absolutely amazing as well. The contrast between the big blue gas giant and the reddy orange of the surrounding nebula was absolutely amazing.
Yeah. I don't know if Elderamus and Dr. Kai, the guys who organised the whole event, have scouted out these locations beforehand. I get the impression that they have all these waypoints. They're there and a few others. So.
I have the feeling. It might just be that... who was it who went out the first time?
That was Eramus. Erebus,
Yeah, I have a feeling he might have still had all the system datas.
Yeah.
So he just went to have a look at the different nebulae. They saw an interesting looking system with a very nice looking landable planet, and goes, "Oh, we'll go there because that'd be so much easier."
Yeah, and I know they had a few other people scouting ahead that were sort of looking for waypoints as well. So I guess the combined effort all comes together, doesn't it?
Yeah. Speaking of those magma worlds, there's one in this system actually.
Oh, is there?
It's the only planet on the second star in the system. It's not a black. It's not one of the black ones. The ones that look absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah,
jet black. Yeah, that looks awesome.
It's only, what is it?
It's 5.8 Earth masses as well.
It says it's 23 light seconds away, but that must surely be 23 light seconds away from the other star, unless both those stars are right next to each other. I think those two stars are right next door to each other.
Yeah, it's 300 light seconds out from where I am now.
Yeah,
let's go and scan that.
Zipping along, yeah. Yeah, we've got two stars right near each other here, and then that planet's almost right on top of the...
on top of this star. I've got a really nice view of the Lagoon Nebula from here.
Just above the star.
Aye, yeah, it's got all the reds, the oranges, and the greeny yellows. It just looks amazing from this point. There we go. I'm scanning that planet from over 120 light seconds away.
Must be quite large. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just shy of 6 Earth masses, I think.
Mm. Yeah, so hopefully we'll start seeing at some point some stations out this way. If that community effort amounts to anything and we end up with a community goal, that'd be quite nice, because it'd allow people to come out here and see these things that old explorers get to see, that people who generally don't explore miss out on.
Aye, it would be amazing as well to just set yourself up outside of the main inhabitable space. So that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it definitely would be. There's a lot of space in the game, isn't there?
400 billion star systems? I'd say so.
Yeah, just a few.
Yeah, that's... that world there is carbon dioxide rich atmosphere with silicate vapor geysers. That's interesting. Or was it geysers?
Either, I think, depending on where you're from.
Geysers is what I'm used to saying. But yeah, I don't think there's too much else in here. But I think we want to go and try and find a planet we can go and land on at some point.
Okay. I'm just going to get a bit of a closer look at this world here. You can see your trail there dotted around that star. As if that magma world won't be hot enough already.
I know.
Without being this close to the star.
It looks like you can pretty much be fuel scooping from where you are.
Yeah, if this was a scoopable fuel, I reckon you totally could be.
Aye.
Scoopable star, rather.
I'll tell you what, there's a great system called... I don't remember if I don't know if you've actually been there, because I can't remember if you're seeing a video of yours of it. But there's a system called Epsilon Indy.
All right.
And it's got an absolutely amazing moon in that system. The moon is orbiting a big gas giant, and it's got an orbital period of 90 seconds.
Yeah, I know the one, and it really just whips by, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It really throws you for a loop when you're trying to fly around, well, not fly around, but when you're trying to jump around in your SRV.
Yeah,
you don't know which way's up.
That's exactly. It gets a bit confusing, doesn't it? That was one of the first planets I landed on when the beta to Horizons come out.
Aye.
You sort of can't catch up with the planet as you're trying to land on it. You have to come at it as it's coming towards you, don't you?
Yeah, you kind of have to go around and meet it, yes.
Yeah.
Because I was there with a wing of the Wolfpack members, and we were having a hell of a time trying to catch it. We eventually gave up and just sat there and waited for it to come around and smack us in the back of the head.
Sort of crashes into you, doesn't it?
It does. It was amazing. But I tried recording for that, but the footage I got was unusable because of how much background noise there was.
Oh, right.
So I'm going to go back there at some point. I might go there with Ducky or something. We'll have to go and see.
Yeah, it's nice to see. Apparently, I believe that happens because of a bug within the Stellar Forge. It's the system that generates the galaxy. that particular system was the wrong values set, which is why it's like it is.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting bug.
Yeah, that'd explain the impossible planet as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, shall we make a jump?
Yeah, I was just looking to see if there's any ones worth landing on here, but let's keep going.
It's if you want to pick it, I'll let you pick the target.
Yeah, if we find
I've been the one.
as
I've
we
been the
go,
one
then-
talking.
Okay. Well, I'm going to jump again.
Aye, I am following. Although one of the things I really do miss about the Asp is its maneuverability in Super Cruise.
Yeah, it's nice. I always find the Asp quite similar to the Cobra in many ways in the way it manoeuvres. It's slower, but a lot of similarities.
Yeah, well, the Anaconda, I think, shares more in common with a Type 9. It's like a cross between a Type 9 and a Python
Yeah.
in the way it handles. But then again, I haven't got it set up as well as I could. I mean, when I was testing this out for my A-rated review, I was quite happily throwing this thing around, doing barrel rolls in Hazret and...
It's quite capable, isn't it, if you get all the right outfitting on it?
Yes. But then I went and tried the Corvette, and that just blew this out the water.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask that. Are you thinking about getting yourself a Corvette?
Oh yes, I am. I've already got the rank for it now.
Oh, really?
Yes, I am a Rear Admiral. I'm also a Duke in the Empire, so I can get both of the two new ships.
I was actually going to ask that. I didn't quite expect you to have the rank for both, so that's pretty good.
No, the only reason I have the rank in the Empire was actually due to a bug.
All right.
Because I was grinding the Empire ranks when I was trying to review the Clipper. But at that point, the missions for the Ascension missions were bugged, and no matter how many you did, you just did not rank.
Yeah, all right, I remember that. That was round about the time they opened up the Clipper to everyone to own, wasn't it, more or less? Surf, I think, was the minimum rank at that point.
No, it was way before that.
Oh, was it before that, really?
Yes, it was ways before, a long time before that. It was a little bit before the cross-platform beta for Mac.
Right. Okay.
Because what happened is I was trying to grind the rank. I got to one rank before the one I needed. I can't remember which one it was now. Marquee, I think it was. And I was one rank before what I needed. And then the cross-platform beta came out, so I didn't think any more of it. But then so I reviewed the ship and everything was fine. But then they patched and fixed the Ascension mission, so retroactively I gained all the ranks all the way to Duke.
Brilliant.
And I didn't even notice. For the longest time I did not notice. And then all of a sudden I realised I was a higher rank with the Empire than I was the Federation, and I had to go and take a long bath.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. How did that happen? They're calling you traitor.
Definitely. But then again, in the Wolfpack we're independent, so we're happy to let anybody in. But I really want to be a Rear Admiral so I can make all the butt jokes I wanted.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, there's a nice little moon orbiting one of the gas giants here. It looks like it might be fairly close to the gas giant if you want to go and try and set down there.
Either go there or the first planet in the system. The one you like the look of. I'm just having a look at the first planet in the system at the moment.
Okie dokie.
So we can either go there or...
I think the first planet in the system might be the best one to do. It's only 24 light seconds away from the star as well.
Yeah, it looks quite bright here. So
let's go there, and I can then use that potentially to have a look for some materials, actually.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to find a decent landing location, somewhere that looks quite good. So
If you let me know if you find a point of interest, and I'll come and jump in with you.
Okay. Well, if you want to follow me down the planet, we can drive around together and just get a little bit of materials if you want.
That is kind of what I was planning, because it would be nice to just drive around with somebody else on a distant world.
Yeah.
Pun totally intended. I'm just coming in a little slow at the moment because I am scanning
Excuse me.
scanning the planet. But I'm coming in way too quickly for proper dropout, so I'm probably going to overshoot. Yep, there we go. I managed to actually get the scan data before I overshot. That is a win.
As you approach there, you probably saw that there's some of the canyons have got some goldenish type yellow rocks in them, or whatever's in there.
I didn't spot that actually because I was too busy trying to kind of just aim myself just
Avoid the
shy.
planet. Well, one of these big seams actually runs right through the crater, so I thought if we could land there, there might be some interesting landscape.
Sounds good to me.
Well, you might not want to start flying through narrow canyons. I don't know how the Anaconda handles that sort of thing.
It doesn't.
Fun to see, but less fun for you, perhaps.
Yeah, no. When I end up as a big anaconda-shaped smear across the side of the canyon. It's only 0.26 G, so I can. This isn't as narrow as it is. As long as I stay cut to the top, I'll be okay. Because I can see you literally just flying along the canyon.
Nicely, yeah. They're just coming up to that shallow crater up the end here, I think.
I've just hit the mass lock point.
Okay. This is one of those things where you're up quite high and you look at a crater and you think, oh, yeah, that'd be interesting to drive around. It looks quite small from when you're up there, and you land in it and realise it's about 100 miles across.
Yes, yeah. I've done that more than once. I landed in one once where I looked at it and thought, oh, that looks like a nice little crater. I landed it and all I could see, I couldn't even see the sides of the crater.
Yeah, it's massive.
But yeah, I see you up ahead. You're getting very close to the ground. I don't dare do that.
No, about 30 metres.
Yeah, I'm in the hundreds of meters. I'm not going anywhere nearer the ground.
Oh, I'd never do this with on a higher G weld. Once you get to about 1 G, I'd rather not do this at all. But of course, down here you can't see the points of interest unless you just happen to come across one. But you do sometimes find some nice places to land and drive around.
Yeah, I'm catching you up a little, but I am going to be pulling up with my vertical thrusters because the ground's looking a little bit too close for me, for my liking. I should be passing you on your top. There we go.
Oh, there you go. Right past me. You want to land up just there, do you reckon? By that wall that's in front of you?
We should be able to. I'll see if I can slide over.
It's a bit more open than I was expecting. I was hoping to find some slightly narrower canyons to drive down, but this isn't too bad. Quite bright here, isn't it?
Yeah, if we head straight ahead from where my ship is looking now, there is a kind of a nice looking little canyon.
No, it's driving to there.
Oh, actually, I need to actually put my landing gear out. That would help.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
Yeah, I made that mistake once before. There we go. We've got... This is landable terrain. I spent... Basically, just after Horizons was released, I spent half an hour trying to find somewhere to land. Only to realise I'd forgotten to put my landing gear out.
Scrape at the bottom of your hull.
No, it wasn't even that. I didn't even touch the ground. I was looking for the reticle.
Oh, I see, yeah. On the first time I landed on Horizons, I did remember to put the landing gear out, but I didn't realise I had to align myself level with the ground, so I couldn't find anywhere to land. And that was because I'd kept my nose dipped down.
Aye.
So I was kept back and forward, back and forward.
There we go. The ground has a bit of a yellowy greeny tinge on my screen. It's like a limey green almost.
Yeah, it's quite unusual, isn't it? I see you there, just going down into that little dip.
Just planning to watch my ship as I dismiss it.
Always nice to see, isn't it?
It is, especially with the Anaconda, I think.
Yeah, it's one of the best ones. Really great.
It does just look like one of the Apollo rockets just going off.
Yeah, it's great to see that. I like watching that if you're down into some deep crater or deep canyon, watching it fly off out of that. And I'm still having trouble quite a bit recognising some of these details on the wave scanner, but it's starting to get used to it now.
It looks like ahead of where we are now we've got some kind of interesting metals and materials. Oh, I'm at a 50% fuel warning. I better go and refuel.
Have you got enough on you at the moment?
I have, yes. I've got enough for 11 more refuels.
Oh, good. Well, we can either go ahead there toward that, whatever's coming up on the scanner, or towards the right, which looks like be into a little valley of some type.
Yeah, okay, let's head over into the valley, actually.
Yeah, it's the thing you pointed out early on, isn't it?
Yes, we can always go and look for... I can always go and spend time later looking for materials.
Okay, well, if you've got 11 for refuels, that's more than I've got, and I think I've 4 or 5 now, so...
Yeah, well, I've not been driving a lot in my SRV. I'm doing it a lot more on Ducky, but not so much on my main account.
Depends what you come across, doesn't it?
Hmm. And do you get the same kind of questions I do? Like, how do you have 2 accounts, or how do you have 2 saves, or more,
yeah,
more
quite
than 1
often
save?
people ask, how do you move between your characters? Especially if I play more, which I don't do too often, but occasionally I'll play both characters on the same video.
Yeah, I've never done that, but just because my 2 characters are... They're kind of polar opposites in a way.
Yeah.
At the moment, Ducky's more the eternal noob, in a way.
Come on there. Do you think we was in that yellowish open area just now, and just probably a couple of kilometres in this direction, it suddenly looks totally different?
It does. It looks a lot more brown, but there's still those little yellowy green tinges.
Yeah, but you've got these nice cliff sides to either side of us, which keeps it quite interesting.
I remember watching that video of you when you were exploring, I think it was Europa?
Yes.
And just all the canyons that you were flying through and driving around there was just amazing. I haven't actually come across Ice World canyons.
Yeah, they seem to be far and few between. The Sol system seems to have quite a lot of them on Europa and on Ariel. A few of the other moons there, but it seemed very hard to find elsewhere in the galaxy.
Aye, well, I think they went all out for the Sol system, which is really not surprising.
Yeah, makes sense.
I know a lot of people are getting excited for potentially landing on our moon, but that's not going to be happening for a little while yet, and it'll need a permit as well, apparently.
Yeah, I heard the same. Be interesting to see what is going to be there, though.
Yeah, I'm fine for that, though. Maybe it'll be like Area 51 almost, but like by that point it'll be like Area 67 or something.
Yeah.
That'll be a Thargoid research centre or something, a top secret one.
It's where the Thargoids have been all this time, on the moon.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds like I'm very close to some materials. I actually see them up on the side of the wall here.
All right.
It looks like an outcrop.
I see you just ahead of me there.
There it is. Yep, it's an outcrop. Let's see what we get. Let's have a look. Contacts. Oh, selenium. I've been looking for some of that. So that's. I've actually discovered that before. I didn't think I'd actually had that prior.
All right.
I don't remember what it's used for, but I think it's used for frameshift jumps. Let's find out. I'm curious now.
You've left some iron and tin there. You collecting that?
No, I'm not bothering.
I'll pick it
So
up then.
feel free.
Yeah, okay.
Selenium, it is used for SRV ammo restock, plasma munitions, and small caliber munitions. Ah, right, okay. So it's not as interesting as I thought it was going to be, but oh well. I think I can hear some more, actually.
Yeah, there is a few more things around here. They seem to group together these things, don't they?
It is kind of nice in a way, so you don't have to drive around like hundreds of kilometres just to... Oh, there's about 2 or 3 more.
I can actually see them from here, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there's at least 2.
I see your headlamps shining them all up in the distance.
Yeah, I put my high beams on.
Yeah.
Zinc, iron, and phosphorus. Yeah, I'm not bothered with those. Because I'm trying to find the stuff that's just mainly used for the longer frameshift boosts.
Yeah, that seems very rare, that stuff, really, overall, doesn't it? By comparison to the other stuff, at least.
Yeah, we've got some more selenium, but I'm not really worried with that. Let me go find out what is actually used in the frameshift boosts, because I'm curious now.
I think if you're planning on going to Beagle Point, there's a good chance you might need some of that anyway. A few jump boosts, because there can be some quite large gaps.
Yeah, I've got one at the present moment I've got one of the basics. It's only 25% extra distance. But it's only the one. I need a lot more than that.
Yeah. I assume this stuff rolling down the hill you don't want, do you?
No, I don't want any of that, no. So feel free to pick it all up. Whoa! just
crashing.
No, I'm just forgetting how much throttle this thing actually has. Because I keep accidentally whipping it around and throwing myself off a cliff.
Yeah.
Because talking about Epsilon Indy earlier, I actually managed to fall off a cliff there and fall like about 1.5 kilometres without touching the ground.
Brilliant. It didn't explode then, I take it?
No, not that time. The next cliff I fell off, which was like about 50 metres later.
It did explode then?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
My wingmates were like, which didn't bother telling me. It's like, oh, just you're fine, you're fine. Okay, wait, oh no, I'm gone.
Too late.
Yes, no,
Look at that
that's
sunset just up there.
Yeah, no, it looks amazing. Should we try and climb up and go and see it?
Yeah, let's go have a look.
Because I found out we can climb quite easily up to like anything up to like 65. Well, not easily, but we can get up to around about 60 degrees. Especially if it's terrain like this.
And it's on a lighter gravity planet as well.
Yeah, because Commander Ducky was on a 0.06 G world, and she was doing her little spider ducky impersonation.
Yeah, up the vertical cliffs. Actually,
there we
quite like
go.
driving on the really high G world as well. The 9.7 G planet I landed on was quite interesting because no matter how fast you go, you just don't bounce over the ridges. You're just permanently glued to the ground.
Yeah, I've not tried that one. The highest one I tried was the Akinar 3.
Yeah, that's what, 6. Probably very similar.
It's 6 point something. It's like close to 7. And I just see you jumping over the lip there.
I thought I was going to go back down there.
Yeah, you did look like you were teetering on the edge for a minute.
Yeah, the sun actually looks quite a lot higher now we're up here, doesn't it?
It
down
does,
there in the valley it was quite nice.
Yeah, but it still looks very large, so we are very close.
Yeah, we are close to it. Very bright.
I think that's an M class if I remember rightly. 'Cause it looks like an M class to me. Let's just have a look and see how far we actually climbed up.
Yeah, I think it's surprising sometimes how far it actually is. Well, not too bad.
No, it's not as far as I thought it was. When I went trying to find that barnacle, I ended up going over so much rough ground it was ridiculous. Because at that point I hadn't quite worked out the coordinate system.
Yes.
Alrighty guys, so our time with Obsidian Ant is now coming to an end. We're about to go and basically go our separate ways. So I think this is where we say farewell for now, Commander.
Yeah, thanks for having me here. It's been pretty good. We found quite a few nice things. A nice little drive there at the end as well. So
yes, it was. It's been immensely fun, and I do hope that basically our Wolfpack members, or well, my Wolfpack members, I should say, enjoyed the video. If for some reason you are not actually subscribed to Mr. Obsidian Ant here, and if you're not, I don't know where you've been living or what you've been doing, but go over and give him a look over and throw him a sub, and tell him that I sent you.
Thank you. Good.
Anyway, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure driving around with
brilliant.
you.
It's been great.
And we'll see you around soon.
Thanks a lot.
Commander.
See you soon.
And anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching the video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If so, please do hit those like and subscribe buttons because that really does help my channel out. And anyway, Commanders, I've been Commander Chaos Wolf. This has been Obsidian Ant. You've been epic. We will see you soon. And until then, keep flying and stay shiny.